What about compared to a ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5? I think this is where it's a little bit funny because it's around about the same price. It's around about the same Newton meters if you get the boost kit. So it's kind of created a bit of confusion there. And even Thomas, the CEO of Fanatec, kind of, hinted without directly saying it in the blog that, he considers this to be a superior product to the ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5. Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Well, it makes you wonder about the future of the CSW 2.5, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah. They have said, Thomas did say that the CSL Elite is being discontinued. So we can kind of, say unless you're looking at one second hand, then, you're not going to be buying one of those anyway, unless it's existing stock. With the ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5, I do believe they're going to be continuing selling that for a while at least. I don't know. But they have also hinted that they will be bringing the range across to direct drive. So everything's going to be direct drive eventually.
ClubSport DD.
So we could see a ClubSport Wheelbase DD. There is a bit of a gap in my mind between, the 8 Newton meters that we get with this, with the Boost Kit 180, and the 20 Newton meters peak that we get from the DD1, 15 Newton meters holding, 20 peak. I think that we're probably going to see a ClubSport Wheelbase DD at some point. That will probably be somewhere between 12 and 15 Newton meters, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest, and again, this is a guess, I don't know what's coming, but I think that unless you can get a really good second-hand price for your ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5, this is, in my opinion, better, but there's not enough in it to justify, I wouldn't consider it a massive upgrade, I guess is what I'm saying, from ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5. I think, I really love my 2.5. It was, I think I would go as far as saying that if I wasn't doing this as a job and I still had that base that I bought, I'd be happy with it and I probably wouldn't really feel the need to upgrade it.
Yeah.
So, and I think that most people that have that base probably feel quite similar. So, not a huge upgrade from the ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5, but an upgrade nonetheless, in my opinion.
Yep.
Again, it's not about the dynamic range, it's just about that detail and that fidelity. So I think if you can get a good second-hand price for a ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5,
you're onto something.
It makes sense to do it.
Yep.
I think, if the 2.5 is going to be hitting the scrap heap and you're forking out for this completely from scratch, then maybe not so much. So what I said in my notes here was if I were wanting more from my ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5, I'd probably say for a DD1 or a SimiCube 2 Sport or a VRS Direct Force Pro, or wait to see if Fanatec releases a ClubSport Wheelbase DD at around the 10 to 15 Newton meter ranges. I think that this will be a more substantial upgrade. I don't think that the CSL DD is going to blow you away coming from the ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5, as it's already a very good base, but there's no denying that the fidelity is more pronounced on the CSL DD, both with and without the Boost Kit 180. Agreed?
I'm not used to CSW.
Well, that's true. You don't have a whole lot of experience with it.
No,
so
I don't.
That's true. So, but I did use that wheelbase exclusively for 9 months, so I know it pretty well. I did spend some time driving with it again recently with the more updated drives as well, just to sort of see how it had changed.
Yep.
So, I think ultimately it comes down to what you can get secondhand for your ClubSport Wheelbase 2.5, but I don't think that this is going to blow you out of the water coming from one of those.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best way to summarise it.